So here we go then, two massive names meeting in the Women's League Cup for the very first time. Both sides desperate to get points on the board. Manchester United are, of course, the team with the target on their backs. A win today, or either side, would reel the Group A leaders back into arm's reach. Here's Smith, an early opportunity. Does really well to get around her marker, and there's an early chance as well. Beaten away by Hannah Hawkins. Liverpool very, very close to opening the score, and Newcastle living dangerously in these opening 40 seconds or so. It has been a fast start by Matt Beard's side, who of course had so many opportunities against Everton that they were unable to take in the Merseyside derby, as Fisk races forward from fullback. That's been cut out quite easily by Hannah Greenwood. Herbinger prods it forward. Quite the atmosphere at Kingston Park. Herbinger. Way across here for Zara Shaw, still just 17 years old, the Liverpool number 36. Back from the Under-17 World Cup after helping England finish 4th in the Dominican Republic. Smith. Joel it was who committed the offence. Allows Liverpool to have an early free kick here, and no prizes for guessing what their plan is from here. It's usually Marie Herbinger who takes over responsibility, but instead it's going to be Zara Shaw laying it short. Nagano. Liverpool working this one all the way out to that left-hand side. Jana Daniels' ball in is dangerous. It bounced awkwardly there, just in front of Hannah Hawkins. Fortunately, she had a defender making the covering run. Mia Enderby is the short option. Indeed, that is where it goes. Breezes past Emma Kelly. Smith. Again, holding off Joel. And there's Fisk with the first time ball in. And Liverpool have the ball in the back of the nets, but the offside flag is up on that far side. Newcastle's line was consistent defensively. It was Capox who flicked it in so well. Just wasn't able to hold her run there, the Swede. She does already have 2 goals to her name in a Liverpool shirt. In fact, Liverpool haven't lost in games in which she scored since she joined from Linköping in the summer. Again, Liverpool pounce on the loose ball. Jana Daniels in turn gives it straight back to the home side. It's a chance for them to come forward. Body. Andrews was waiting for support on the near side that didn't arrive. Nagano.
4 minutes 26, 4 minutes 27, 4 minutes 28, 4 minutes 30, 4 minutes
Fisk.
31, 4 minutes 32, 4 minutes 34. Okay?
See already in this opening 5 minutes or so, Becky Langley's side won't be forced into going long. And will always look to play out from the back, starting with their goalkeeper, Hannah Hawkins, who is under a considerable amount of pressure from these players in red shirts, who have won it back with Herbinger. Nagano. Shaw was waiting on the edge of the area, as was Sibley. He plays it just behind Lois Joel, but it will still break for Newcastle. Amy Andrews, good play by her. Just outnumbered in the end, and is clearly frustrated with herself and pulls down Fuka Nagano. Shaw spotted Capox making the run. Neither of these two sides are in particularly good form recently. Both winless in 2. Newcastle will certainly be buoyed by their 99th minute leveller to salvage a point against Southampton last time out. Some defending to do up against Smith here though. Enderby. Capox unable to control. Smith will be the beneficiary. Excellent challenge to begin with by Greenwoods. Enderby still goes, and Rihanna Daniels was trying to tee up a long strike for herself. A lively start to proceedings here at Kingston Park. There's two teams with very different pedigree in this competition. For Newcastle, it's their second test against WSL opposition in the competition. They're, of course, in a very, very tough Group A. In fact, Group E is the only other with such high concentration of WSL sides. But they did secure their first ever Women's League Cup points with a mature showing against Everton last time out. With 2 games to play, they're still in a chance of progressing to the knockout stages for the first time. Manchester United, of course, winning both of their games 2-0 to propel themselves to the top of Group A. For Liverpool, well, they have a strong history in this competition, but they have never won it or even reached the final of it since 2011. The best that they've done is reaching the semi-final on 2 occasions. That they did come just a penalty shootout away from reaching the final back in 2013. That was when Gemma Bonner, who is on the bench this afternoon, was involved in a penalty shootout defeat to Lincoln. She did score from the spot. Good battling by these Newcastle players. Amy Andrews and Katie Barker very persistent in closing down the Liverpool defenders. Livy Smith will just add an element of calm to proceedings in red. Enderby was tripped by Barker. Free kick to Liverpool is taken short. Nagano. Now Shaw. She's going to fancy this one herself. Oh, what a goal! That is an absolute stunner from 17-year-old Zara Shaw. It's only her second start in a Liverpool shirt. For goodness me, hasn't she made it count? Well, just 10 minutes into proceedings here at Kingston Park. And that is a moment of magic. She is so highly talked about in Liverpool circles, Zara Shaw. And that is a perfect example of why. Nothing that Hannah Hawkins could do in the Newcastle goal. Liverpool leads. And Newcastle, based on the pass back there, I'm slightly shocked by what has just happened. Well, she wasn't closed down, was she, Zara Shaw? I guess she is still somewhat of an unknown quantity at this level, but I don't think too many more teams will be affording her that kind of space. Another chance here from the corner for Liverpool. Enderby on the overlap. Options in the middle. Fahy was queuing up. She was tackled by her opposition captain, Demi Stokes, but still Liverpool in the ascendancy here. Only for Newcastle to break forward. Sibley. Excellent tracking back by Libby Smith. Nagano, Capox. Oh, they've got space to get in behind, and it's Mia Enderby who's running through. She's not scored this season. She has now. 2 goals in a matter of minutes for Liverpool. They've started so brightly in this game. And Mia Enderby just needed to keep her composure. She held her run so well. And there was never any doubt about the finish. A 17-year-old and a 19-year-old have given a very youthful Liverpool side a 2-goal cushion on match day 2 of the Women's League Cup. Newcastle just caught out there with the high line. It is a back four that aren't particularly used to playing together. Anna Greenwood has had to drop back from her usual midfield role to partner Liv Watts, who in turn replaced the injured Charlotte Potts last weekend. Still getting to grips with each other, but it was still very well worked from Liverpool, and let's not take anything away from the finish either. She had so much time to think about what she was going to do. And the way back it goes to Tegan Micah, who has been the quieter of the 2 goalkeepers so far. That's a nice ball into the channel. Izzy Sibley. Body goes all the way back to her goalkeeper. It's only the 3rd time this season, actually, Newcastle have conceded more than once in a game. All 3 of those times, though, have come in this last run of 5 games. So, of course, that thrilling 3-3 draw against Charlton here as well. And then defeat to Bristol City 2 games ago. They do frequently hit back, though, Newcastle. So they shouldn't be written off at this early stage. 15 minutes gone, Liverpool 2 goals to the good. The first, an absolute cracker from Zara Shaw. For Mia Enderby doubled their advantage. Fisk. Erbiger brings Fahy into play. There goes Smith. The early kick-off in the Women's League Cup today saw Durham held at home by Sheffield United. 1-1 it was at full time. Penalty shootout finished 4-3 in Durham's favour, so they get the bonus point there, which means that they retain their place at the top of Group B. It is a purely Women's Championship group. Nagano looking for Smith. Hawkins had to be brave. Kelly pounces on the loose ball and she's got a runner ahead of her too. Amy Andrews just wasn't able to escape. Gemma Evans. It was an excellent recovery challenge. Capots. Now Fisk. Erbinger helps it on, looking for Enderby. A couple of London derbies taking place as well in the Women's League Cup today. Crystal Palace against Charlton. London City Lionesses at home to West Ham United as well. And let's not forget, on the south coast, a huge derby down there, Portsmouth-Southampton in the Women's League Cup. Southampton, of course, got the better of Portsmouth at Fratton Park in the Women's Championship last month. Emphatic win there. Nagano trying to prod one through for Lily Smith. Newcastle players still down on the ground. Amy Andrews wants to play on. Before Erbinger does eventually put it out of play. To a warm round of applause from the home fans who are clearly concerned about Sophie Hayward's on the grounds. It's a heavy collision in midfield.
Folks, fantastic to see so many scarves, so many flags being waved, but just a reminder, at full time, please do leave those flags behind. Don't be heading away from Kingston Park with the flags. Please do leave them behind. Thank you very much.
It's a slightly heavy touch to begin with, but she went charging into Zara Shaw in midfield. It's a fair challenge by both players. The ball was there to be won. Just unfortunate that Sophie Hayward has come off worse. She's been talking about more trivial things off the pitch in recent weeks. Sophie Hayward actually said that she was inspired to go to America to play football out there, having watched Bend It Like Beckham. So off she went. She learned her trade in Alabama, in Texas as well, before returning with Aston Villa 6 years ago, I should say, and then joining Newcastle earlier this year. Based on the reaction from her teammates, doesn't look great. Obvious concern on the faces of the Newcastle backroom staff. It does look as though she is going to give it another go, Sophie Hayward. Micah picks out Daniels. Liverpool with a momentary numerical advantage on the pitch. It's prodded forward. Here's Capox. And blocks on its way through to goal by Liv Watts. The offside flag had gone up against Capox. What wasn't to know that? Second time the Swede has strayed into an offside position. Away by Evans. Smith, who's growing in influence as this game goes on, gets the return from Capox, but once more the offside flag goes up against Liverpool's number 7. Hawkins clears under pressure inside her area, but Sophie Hayward now back on the pitch, back in possession. Capox. Fisks helps it across to Nagano, who in turn finds Daniels. Shaw, scorer of the first goal. Daniels. 2 Liverpool players in the Newcastle area, but the home side have forced them all the way back to the halfway line. Good defending, cutting out the spaces. That's a no-nonsense clearance from Hannah Greenwood, which might work out to be a useful pass too. Kept in play. Sibley striding forward on this near side, calling for the delivery. It's been delayed before eventually it does come in, and Sibley knows she should have done better there. Picked out brilliantly on that left-hand side. She managed to lose Daniels. She also lost the flight of the ball as well. Smith brought down by Emma Kelly. There's a large buzz around Livy Smith. Still just 20. Does have 2 goals in 10 caps for the Canadian national team. Here's a big draw on Merseyside, as highlighted by the back-to-back Liverpool Player of the Month awards that she has won since arriving from Sporting in the summer. Hervinger, Fisk, lots of space on that far side. Capox touches around the corner, that's very nice to find Smith. Enderby. One back by Enderby, who did initially give it away, and she has given the benefit of the doubt there too. Liverpool free kick in a dangerous position. Hervinger naturally strides over to take this one. The Austrian is a renowned set-piece specialist. First goal of the season, of course, was that sublime free kick against Tottenham. It's a difficult angle to shoot from here, but she can certainly put it on one of her teammates' heads. Up goes the arm from the Austrian. Hervinger smashes that one in before lashing the follow-up. All the way over to Jana Daniels. Short. Enderby. Daniels again. First time deliveries looking dangerous. Enderby's shot was blocked by Greenwood, but Liverpool again will come forward. Another wave of attack from the team in red, although they will hold up play momentarily. It's Livy Smith on the edge of the penalty area, who got thrown to the ground there. Emma Kelly, I think it was, the off-the-ball collision. Immediately she apologised to Newcastle number 8. Well, Liverpool put the ball out of play, so well within their rights here for Newcastle to throw it back to them. I think that's what the Liverpool players are asking for. And they have done, in one way or another. What clears their lines? Enderby. Half an hour gone here in the northeast. Liverpool leading by 2-0. Both of the goals scored within 2 minutes of one another. Both netted by teenagers in red shirts. Hervinger. What a lovely pass that is. Technique to just drill that one between the lines. Ooh, Herb again loses out, and this is a real chance here for Amy Andrews running through. Well, Liverpool able to get back in time, they are. Gemma Evans with a heroic challenge, sparing the blushes of Marie Herbinger, who was one of the first players over to her. She had a head start, Amy Andrews. Evans ate up the ground as she managed to slide in at the expense of a corner, but it could have been so much worse. Stokes goes short. And delivery, which is not quite away. Evans is there. Stokes with the follow-up, and again! Certainly had power. Newcastle, 32 minutes on the clock, are forced into making a change, and unfortunately Sophie Hayward, who did require treatment about 10 minutes ago, has given it a go, but is unable to continue. Someone in her place, Amber Keegan stops. More experience into that midfield, someone who has obviously played the highest level before. And the Keegan Stobbs here in possession, and just come off the bench. And she is once more not afraid of putting her foot in. She's got her team into an advanced position here. Amy Andrews has gone to ground. Katie Barker wanted a penalty, waved away by today's officials. Here stops. Well, today sees the end of Liverpool's two-game goalless run. And of course, it's a nice return to the score sheet following that incredibly frustrating Merseyside derby. 17 shots they had. Two incredibly clear-cut chances, said Matt Beard. They weren't able to hit the back of the net, and then of course there's the incredibly controversial penalty decision as well. They have had plenty to celebrate this afternoon already. Can they make it even better on this latest attack? Nagano. Capox. Oh, Livy Smith, it's a lovely first touch, and the second one's good, the third is even better. Livy Smith with some lovely footwork to just dance away from the Newcastle defenders and poke that ball beyond Hannah Hawkins. Liverpool have 3 and surely are heading towards their first 3 points in this competition. Well, it was all in the way that she accepted the pass from Cornelia Capox. Second one to take it away from her marker, and the third to just ease it into the back of the net. Liverpool being good value for their leads. Sibley. Now stops. Need more forward runners here, Newcastle. They did have one in the form of Sibley, but the intention was good. The execution is a frustrating one for both players involved. Oh, that's been given away by Nifahi, and Gemma Evans again wanting to spare her teammates blushes. Having a really good game at the back. The Wales international, Gemma Evans. She's a trusted lieutenant of Matt Beard. It's the second time that she has worked with the Liverpool manager. You can see why he was so keen to bring her across from Manchester United, having previously worked with her at Bristol City. Always seems to be in the right place at the right time. Daniels. Switch of play to pick out Mia Enderby, scorer of the second goal for Liverpool. Newcastle, though, can spring a counter-attack here. Sibley's running forward on the right-hand side. Has she held her run? Flag has stayed down for now. Newcastle just running out of momentum as Liverpool are able to get players back in numbers, and that is what Lois Joel is saying to her teammate. Just needs to be a bit quicker. Sibley perhaps had the opportunity to take the shot on herself. It was actually Izzy Sibley's deflected shot that fell into the path of Deanna Cooper last time out against Southampton. A huge stroke of luck with the way that it deflected. Enderby, positive running from the 19-year-olds. Through the lines it goes again. Capox this time has held her run. Hannah Hawkins with some more decisive goalkeeping. A clear shout from her. But Hannah Greenwood was able to just shepherd that one back. Away by Fisk. Again, Capox will give chase up against Liv Watts. Capox emerges with possession. The ball in wasn't bad either. Hannah Hawkins couldn't quite get there. Liv Smith will. Back it goes to the Canadian. They're queuing up on the edge of the penalty area, and there was a lapse in communication between Smith and Enderby. Nagano. Round the corner for Enderby. Hannah Hawkins had that covered. Liverpool are really enjoying themselves out there today. Capox with the cute little flick round the corner. Enderby should have done better with the finish. And back by Daniels. That's a brilliant bit of skill by Livy Smith. Nagano. Evans. Daniels picked out by Tegan Micah. He's been very much a bystander in this game so far. Enderby released again by Smith. Capox full support inside the penalty area. Instead it goes to Herbinger. See what she was trying to do. Enderby switching flanks to great effect there. Cut out by Daniels. Andrews, who has been a positive figure for Newcastle in this first half. Continue to run the ball just behind her. Fisk. Capox on the move again. And Greenwood comes across once more. Well, Matt Beard was speaking before this afternoon's games, talking about he believes his side should have far more WSL points than they currently do. They've been playing really well. He's talked about how strong the league has become this season. They've shown no remorse this afternoon. They have been clinical in taking the game to Newcastle United, a Women's Championship side. Herbinger delivers again. Punched away by Hawkins. Body will just clear her lines as far as possible. It's turned out to be a good ball. Lois Joe joins the attack. Needs a runner. This one from Amy Andrews. The flag has gone up. It's been a bit of a theme for both of these sides. When they do get going on the counter-attack, they're just holding on to that ball a split second too long. Means the runner tends to break the line too early. And the offside flag goes up for the umpteenth time this afternoon. 3 minutes to be added on. Can Liverpool build on the 3 goals they've scored? In it comes, there's Capox, and there is number 4. Enderby this time the provider. Capox, who had already had a goal, ruled out due to offside. This time manages to time that run to perfection. Oh, she was just slipped through there near Enderby. I'm not sure which part of Capox's body it came off, but she'll claim it. The 3rd goal of the season for the Swede, who is enjoying her start to life on Merseyside. Newcastle players use that as an opportunity to just group together, just try to get a bit more focus and organisation for the remaining couple of minutes at the end of this first half. It has been a difficult first 45 for the hosts, who have just been outclassed by Liverpool, but they have a chance to perhaps pull one back. Amber Keegan-Stobbs' shot is blocked. Libby Smith. Seemed like there was an advantage to play there. I don't think they'll mind too much, Liverpool. It's the first time Liverpool have scored 4 goals in a single game this season. The previous best was the 3 that they netted away to Tottenham in the Women's Super League. That one required 2 goals in the second half. This time round they've done the damage in that first 45. Shouldn't be too surprised though. Their best performances have come away this season, and when they won at Tottenham, of course, and then Aston Villa too. Joel sweeps up, only to get the ball back for Nagano. Sibley. Andrews went down under the challenge. Fahy. Newcastle to get the verdict this time. Opportunity perhaps for Hannah Greenwood to launch this one goalwards, as Newcastle hopes to take a bit of the gloss off the Liverpool scoreline thus far. It's a decent angle delivery. Amber Keegan-Stobbs rose the highest, still had lots to do. And that is exactly what Newcastle need to do in the second half. Lots. 4 goals down at the break. And Liverpool are flying this afternoon. 4 different scorers for them. Shaw, Enderby, Smith and Capox inside an action-packed first half. That Beard, of course, will be the happier of 2 managers. But let's just take a look at how Liverpool have made this almost unassailable lead for themselves at the break. So 4 goals to the good. Liverpool will get us back underway. For Newcastle, well, it's the same 11 that started the game, with the exception of Amber Keegan-Stobbs, who did replace the injured midway through the first half. Well, the ones that have put yourselves into this position, it's up to you to drag yourselves back out of it. Keenan immediately involved. There was a bit of a collision with Liv Watts, and the physios are being waved on straight away. Confirmation of those changes coming in there, and while what does receive treatment. Let's give you a quick rundown of the other League Cup Matchday 2 scores at the interval. Crystal Palace leading by 2-0 against Charlton. Portsmouth are 3-0 down at home to Southampton. Brighton currently being held by Leicester City. It's 0-0 there on the south coast. It's 1-1 between London City Lionesses and West Ham United. Sunderland are losing at home to Blackburn Rovers by 1-0. And in the game that has just kicked off, Bristol City still goalless against Birmingham City. If you are just joining us for this second half, well, you missed a brilliant first half from a Liverpool persuasion. From Newcastle's point of view, maybe not so much, but they did still show some glimpses of what they can offer. However, they were severely outclassed by the WSL side. Goals from Shaw, Enderby, Smith and Capox as well have given Newcastle a pretty big mountain to climb in this second half. And if you haven't seen Zara Shaw's first senior goal yet, the one that kicked off the route that we're seeing this afternoon, then please do go out in search of that, because it is an absolute stunner. Now though, Liv Watts back to her feet. And this is always one of those where the medical team want to take every possible precaution they can. It did look to be a nasty collision with Leanne Kiernan. Indeed, Watts won't be able to continue. So on in her place comes Jasmine McQuaid. Much more naturally a central midfielder, so she'll go in there. Amber Keegan-Stobbs will drop in at centre-back. This Newcastle back line is looking a bit makeshift at the moment. What McQuaid will give you, though, is plenty of ingenuity going forward. She's very good in the tight spaces. She was named the club's first ever Women's Player of the Month. And she won the award in September. She's a tricky customer, worked incredibly hard on her out of possession work as well. There's always going to be a challenge, though, coming on your side of 4 goals down. You're not going to see a lot of the ball. Indeed, here come Liverpool once more. Capox, scorer of the 4th goal. Hines' introduction has seen her head over to her favoured left-hand side. Yana Daniels has switched to right back for Liverpool. And here comes Amy Andrews. 2 players with her for support. Andrews is forced backwards by Fahy. That's a nice bit of skill and goes for the goal herself, but it was always ambitious from Newcastle striker. Nice back heel there to escape the clutches of the experienced defender, Fahy. Just the 1 goal to her name this season, Amy Andrews. Came away to bottom club Portsmouth, a 2-0 win, I should say. There's Body going for goal, and just dipped far too early to trouble Tegan Micah. Here's Hollands. Good ball in, looking for Kiernan. The ball will bounce favourably for Capox. He's convinced it should have been a corner. Goal kick given, but Liverpool at the moment just able to surge forward in those wide areas at will. I suppose it always helps when you can bring on international players like Taylor Hines, who is of course now representing Jamaica, and Leanne Kiernan as well, the Irish international. Anna Daniels, a regular pick for Belgium herself. Nagano. Barker. Stokes picks out McQuaid. Nicely held up for body, and this is better from Newcastle. Holding their composure in possession. Lois Joel on the overlap. Just two players to aim for in the middle, more joining now. Body had made the run forward to the right flank. Sibley. Decent ball in too, and had to be plucked out of the sky by Tegan Micah. Good goalkeeping from the Australian. Enderby. That's by Stops. Silcock quickly across there to cover for Taylor Hines. And a Silcock near Enderby and Alicia Body for the first time have all been named in England's under-23 squad for the Euro games against Norway and Sweden. A really big achievement there for the 20-year-old Alicia Body, who was named the Jack Hickson Most Promising Youngster at last week's Sport Newcastle Awards. Very highly rated in these parts. Capox, ball in, looking for Kiernan. Nagano. Kiernan leaves it, Enderby! That's 5. Her second goal for Mia Enderby, and this one much more a poacher's efforts. She's looked dangerous when dribbling with the ball. She's been causing Newcastle United headaches on this near side, but this one was just much more about being an instinctive finisher. Left foot all the way through the ball, and nothing that Hannah Hawkins could do to keep that one out. Liverpool lead by 5 goals to 0. It does feel harsh on the Newcastle side, who have shown all throughout this season the fight and playing in a courageous fashion. and has endeared themselves to many neutrals as Enderby comes in search of a hat-trick goal. Ultimately, Newcastle just being beaten by a better side this afternoon. I don't think you can say that they're at fault for any of the goals they've conceded. They weren't mistakes that have been punished, they were just chances that have been taken. Given away by Sibley. Kiernan holds it up really nicely. Capox. To admire the professional performance from Liverpool as well. Even after they went 2 goals up, they were still keen to play, still keen to make their football as expansive as possible. And I think what we've seen this afternoon is a perfect illustration of what Matt Beard has been saying all season. And his side, if you just look at the league table, should probably have more points to their name, the way that they've been creating chances. This is a pretty fair representation of how things would be if they consistently took them. He's still not happy on the touchline. Matt Beard, 5 goals to the good, demands perfection from those players. Daniels loses out. Katie Barker pulled down by the Belgian. Still yet to see a booking. Oh, there we go. An early Christmas card for Jana Daniels. Kelly gives it away. Here comes Enderby, full of confidence now. That's the challenge. Oh, and goes down too. She wants the penalty. The referee had a long, hard look before deciding goal kick. And Kelly had a nibble at it. Pretty inconclusive, that replay there on how much of the ball she got, how much of the player she got, or whether indeed she pulled out of both. Give the officials the benefit of the doubt there. I did mention earlier about how Liverpool's best performances this season have come away from home. They have 9 points in the Women's Super League. 7 of those have come on their travels. Of course, you add this to it as well. They have looked very good on the road. Next, of course, they've got a 2-week break. And then their next match is away as well. Manchester United in the WSL, Sunday, December the 8th. And then their final League Cup group stage game. That's at home to Everton just 3 days later. McQuaid steals the ball back. That's a brilliant pass to try to look for Amy Andrews. And Jana Daniels did everything she could, using all of that experience to get herself between the player and the goal. That, though, in a very sharp glimpse, is what Jasmine McQuaid can offer. 22 years old, loves to operate in those spaces behind the striker. Brilliant vision, excellent tenacity there as you saw her win the ball back on that goal kick. Stops. Newcastle still staying true to their philosophy. A bit of a risk there, Liverpool managed to get away with it. Actually, it could turn out to be an effective way of getting themselves downfield. It's over the shoulder of Lois Joel. Chance for Capox inside the area. It was Kerry Holland with the strike. Kiernan goes for the spectacular, and that one will just nettle on the roof of the nets. Here come some more changes then. Firstly, it's Georgia Gibson coming on in place of Izzy Sibley. Recently made her 100th appearance for the club, Georgia Gibson.
Also leaving the field, number 8,
Emma Kelly has played 60 minutes on her return to the starting 11. She's replaced by Casey Elson, one of the club's longest-serving players, despite only being 24 years old. And then some additional firepower coming on. Shania Hales replacing Alicia Body. 6 goals this season. She is the leading goal scorer for Newcastle, including a first career hat-trick against Charlton on her last appearance at this stadium. Side flag goes up. Now one more change. We're in this period of substitutions. It sees Ifahi replaced by Gemma Bonner, so one experienced defender for another. Gemma Bonner, who said ahead of today's game that we have struggled in front of goal this season, but once we get one, we're going to get a load. Based on today's evidence, she wasn't wrong.
Well, Kingston Park, the scoreline might not be going our way, so let's try something a little different. Let's get you warm, let's get you waving those scarves, those flags, and let's get you making some serious noise, not just for your Newcastle United women, but for
3,013 in attendance here in the northeast. They've been with their side every step of the way. A handful of Liverpool fans over here too. Going to have a much happier journey home, I'm sure. Hines. Capox. Gets the better of Lois Joel. Holland leaves it for Nagano. Another one to take a shot on. She's not in the side for goals. Hales tracking back diligently there to deal with the threat of Enderby. Only 5 of Newcastle's 14 goals coming into this game, and all competitions have come in the second half of matches. What they would do for a few more of those this afternoon, if anything, just to claw back some pride from this game. As mentioned, they've not played like a side who deserve to be 5-0 down. It's just been a case of Liverpool's dominance and assertiveness in front of goal that has made that scoreline look so overwhelmingly one-sided. Well, that is the difference between the Women's Championship and the Women's Super League. It's quite the step up. Newcastle, of course, still very early in their journey. The Women's Super League will be their ultimate goal. Still work to be done. It's a really powerful run here by Kerry Holland. Lays it on a plate for Kiernan, who should have done better. But right underneath that one. Holland did all the hard work, and Kiernan just struggled to execute the technique there with the finish. Hales looking to inject a bit of pace to this Newcastle attack. Andrews. And towards Barker. It's Gibson who had the shot on goal in the end. Well, actually, to control that one under pressure inside the penalty area. She's shown on many occasions in the past that she's capable of scoring on the big occasion, typically at St James's Park. Off the mark on that particular opportunity. It's going to stay in. Bonner nips in ahead of Hales, who has got so much explosive pace when she gets going. Kiernan proving to be a handful for Stobbs, who can only give it away as far as Zara Shaw. And Newcastle will just settle for clearing it anywhere at this stage. Meanwhile, there's a problem for Mia Enderby. Liverpool have made 5 changes already. They'll be hoping it's just a touch of cramp. For now, Liverpool will play on with 10. Hollands, good play on this near side. Quaid emerges with the ball for Newcastle. And off goes Casey Elson. He herself is rapid. Here by Micah. Nice play into defence by Hannah Greenwood. Newcastle have a corner. Short it goes. Stokes. Dangerous delivery and headed away by Gemma Bonner. Stops. Greenwood's the short option. Stops will pass herself. Stokes has stayed up. The pass asked a bit too much of Casey Elson. One back by Gibson. Oh, here goes Andrews, a positive run from her. And they needed Gianna Daniels on the line there to make sure that wasn't going to trickle in. It's the best chance Newcastle have had in this second half. And Liverpool will look to hit back immediately, but again, Enderby is denied a chance of a hat-trick by the offside flag. Kiernan. It's on the ball. Liverpool, though, still in possession. Sure, lets that one run for Daniels. Now Kiernan. Hales again doing her defensive work. Gifting it straight back to Daniels. Hollands. Can't find a way through. Amy Adams, as she has done all afternoon, in hot pursuits of the loose ball. McQuaid flicks on for Joel. Well, this result does mean that Liverpool will be leapfrogging both Newcastle and Everton into second spots in Group A, just 3 points behind league leaders Manchester United, with a very, very healthy goal difference now. We'll be hoping that Newcastle can do them a solid on the final group stage match day when they take on Manchester United. In the hope that if Liverpool put a few goals past Everton themselves, get their revenge on last weekend's 1-0 defeat, they will be able to put themselves in a spot where they can still qualify for the quarter-final stage of this competition. Of course, it is still just the group winner that goes through to join the likes of Chelsea, Manchester City and Arsenal as 3 Champions League clubs in the final 8 of the competition. Five times in recent years Liverpool have managed to make it to the quarter-final stage. 2023 was their most recent run. Unfortunately for Newcastle, they'll be saying goodbye to that possibility. Just over 10 minutes to play here at Kingston Park. Liverpool having done the damage in that first half. Seen them score 4 goals against the Women's Championship side. Lois Joel bursting forwards. Finding Gibson, and it's just all a bit too congested on the edge of the Liverpool penalty area. But this is good from Amber Keegan-Stobbs. Enderby encouraged to try her luck around the outside of Hannah Greenwood's, who stood up to the challenge. Silcock. Nagano. Here's Bonner. Punches a pass to Kiernan. Against Stokes. Hawkins wasn't sure. Almost lost the bearings of where her near post was. She didn't want to take any risks though, so out it goes for another Liverpool corner. Enderby again. offering up that short option. Kerry Hollands will deliver. Away by Elson. Good first touch by Shania Hales. Late support, McQuaid. Hales has continued her run. She'll leave that one. There was an opportunity for Newcastle, and Amy Andrews' ball was touched behind for the Newcastle corner. And it was, making the one-bursting defensive recovery run. Whipped in by Stokes. Oh, this was the target near post. It was met by Hines. McQuaid again. She is a difference maker when she comes off the bench. She's seen plenty of the ball in those advanced areas, trying to make things happen for Newcastle on a difficult afternoon. Bonner had to under control. Hales was lurking. Here's Joel being in a more central position as into the final 5 minutes of this game. Zara Shaw. Newcastle do have a 17-day break before their next game, and that is the final World Cup group stage match against Manchester United. Lots of time to rest up, to take a look at what didn't go right here against WSL opposition. Enderby asking a lot of Catholics there with the pass. McQuaid, nicely done, away from Bonner. Gibson, now Andrews. Gibson wants the return, Gibson gets the return. Bonner waited for Tegan Micah to take control. Andrews surely was in an offside position there. Wasn't spotted by the official on the far side. McQuaid. Enderby, powerful running from inside her own half. She's still going, wants that hat-trick. That falls at the last hurdle. Well, she was away, wasn't she? It was that touch there. And the Keegan stops. Getting a vital challenge in. So had to run off the cramp before Mia Enderby. She's going to reluctantly trudge back into position. Run her socks off this afternoon. Well, it has been the pick of the day's games in terms of goals that we've been able to broadcast you here on the Women's Super League YouTube channel. Liverpool 5-0 up here. Elsewhere, Portsmouth losing 3-0 at home to Southampton. Crystal Palace 2-0 up against Charlton. Still goalless between Brighton and Leicester. Deep into stoppage time now. London City have managed to concede 3 times against West Ham. It's 3-1 there in the capital. Blackburn Rovers currently leading Sunderland by 2-1. Birmingham City 3-1 up at Bristol City. Oh, there's the strike and there's the goal. Well, there's something back for Newcastle. And if there's a player in black and white who has deserved the goal this afternoon, it's Amy Andrews, who has been tireless in her both attacking and defending. And she pounced there brilliantly inside the box. Outside of the boots, plenty of power. Gets one back for Newcastle, gives these home fans here inside Kingston Park something to cheer. It's going to be too little, too late ultimately, but it's not every day you get to score a goal against the WSL side. It's going to be frustrating for Matt Beard and his side's goal difference. I feel like they probably felt as though they put a reasonable dent in the difference between theirs and Manchester United. It's now back down to 2 goals. Manchester United, of course, winning their opening 2 match days by 2-0, yet to concede in the competition. Whereas for Liverpool, that is the 3rd time that they have picked the ball out of their own nets. Nagano. Tegan Mike out to be careful there. Under pressure. Enderby with some more good hold-up play. And the Keegan stops, is back there defending again. They've got a taste for it here, Newcastle. Shania Hales on the left-hand side. Gibson tearing forward too. Here's Andrews. And towards Gibson. Lois Joel was making a late run into the box. Nice and behind for the Newcastle United corner, right on the 90th minute of this game. Another goal would be a good way for the hosts to end this game. As the fans start to trickle out. 5 minutes added on. Won't be enough to score the 5 goals they need to win. Maybe another from this corner. Smashed back in by Elson, and Stephen Michael will happily watch that one bounce off the roof of her goal. Well, it's going to be speculative, that effort. Just relieves a bit of pressure on the Liverpool back line as they will look to wrap up this victory without shipping another goal. Capox. Daniels. Calmly done by Silcock. And Nagano too, although Stokes is going to pounce on that one. Hollands gets to play the final stages of this game ahead of a crucial Euro 2025 final showdown in qualifying against Ireland next Friday. Scored the winning goal in extra time to see off Slovakia in the first round of that qualifying stage. Kerry Hollands. Incredibly important to Wales' hopes of reaching a major tournament. Zara Shaw this time electing to pass where she could have shots, and it was the right choice too. Leanne Kiernan is off the mark for the season. Well, she is a huge favourite for players and fans alike. And she took this one well, setting herself before just burying it into the bottom corner. Zara Shaw, on only her second senior start, has a goal and an assist to her name now. And that gets the goal difference back up to a healthier position going into the final match day for Liverpool. Five different goal scorers for Liverpool on a dominant showing here in the northeast. Hales touches on for Andrews, and there's McQuaid. Stokes. Advanced position on this near side. Newcastle still keen to attack with what little time they have left. No free kick for the hosts. It will be a goal kick for Liverpool and a chance for Tegan Micah to just run the clock down that bit more. Well, they've done everything that they've needed to do this afternoon, Liverpool. They needed a big win. They needed a big showing to keep themselves in contention for the quarter-finals. They still need to do their job, of course, against Everton in the Merseyside derby when we return from the international break. But what they also need is a huge favour from the side that they've put 6 goals past tonight when they meet Manchester United. It might seem unlikely, their hopes of reaching the final 8, but it's not been decided yet. That is not mathematically impossible. They should still hope that they can do it. There is the final whistle, calling an end to what has been a clinical Liverpool performance and an incredibly tough afternoon for Newcastle United, who just found themselves completely outclassed by the Women's Super League side. 5 different goal scorers for Liverpool. Mia Enderby it was who grabbed a brace and will steal the headlines, and quite rightly so as well. She was tremendous in there. Livy Smith as well, must be worth noting just how good she was in the first half to take this game away from Newcastle United.